If you could only understand the main difference between these three things, it's gonna skyrocket your sales. And I'm talking about the difference in features versus benefit versus meaning. And if you can identify exactly how to include these three things into your products, services, or coaching, and how to connect these three things together, it is gonna take your conversions and your sales to a whole new level. So today, I'm gonna be taking you behind the scenes to a coaching call that I did to show you how you too will be able to include these three components in your marketing message. Hadi, we're gonna start off with the question of who it is you serve and the result you generate, and then we'll talk about what will help you get unstuck.
Yeah, so I run a company. We actually do a SaaS platform to help HRs to take better care of their people. So the solution that we offer is actually a SaaS platform. I've been trying to implement a webinar funnel. Last Tuesday, I did my first webinar funnel. Just wanted to use this session to try to figure out where I could further optimize my funnel. So I'm just trying to figure out how to capture the traffic online and follow like what you said, like make the process do the heavy lifting such that by the time the leads comes in, all you need to do is whether it's an application funnel or you just get your sales team to convert them. I actually use this platform called HubSpot. I think it's got about 44,000 impressions. And the number that I got was like, of 44,000 impressions, they've got about 7 signups, right? Off the top of my mind was the ad copy may be wrong. So maybe we should tweak the ad copy. But I do feel that my thank you page wasn't really optimized. Like I didn't have the video.
Okay, so if the issue is with the high cost per lead, where we're paying $100 for somebody's name and email, could be because of these few factors. Number one, if it is traffic, then it is because our targeting is bad. So that means we are targeting people that isn't necessarily interested in the call to action, that's not interested in HR. It could be the case that the copy or the messaging is bad. It could be the case that they are clicking, but they're not registering. Okay, so the next thing we need to see to determine if it's a traffic or an issue with the offer and the conversion of this offer, we want to be able to see if people are actually even clicking on this. So the next thing that we need to determine to see if it's an offer, issue, or traffic is to be able to see what is our cost per click. Because by understanding what our cost per click is, it will give us better optics to decide if we need to look at the landing page, which is the webinar, or should we look at our traffic and our ads. If we were to work on our ad copy and our ad copy is now more interesting, what would be the result of better ad copy? It goes down. It's more shareable. People are tagging their friends, lower cost per click. And then we got to ask ourselves, if we did work on the copy and now it's more engaging, it's more funny, it's more viral, will it solve this issue? Will it solve the root cause of this funnel not being profitable? What do you think?
No.
Why not?
You could get more clicks, you could get more people going in, but doesn't mean they're going to register.
Yes. Okay. So our cost per click will decrease. That means there's more people going on to the webinar page at a cheaper rate, but our cost per lead isn't going to fall much. Why? It is because we got to understand that out of 700 plus clicks, there's only 7 leads. And this leads includes both Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so in fact, there's probably 1,000 visitors. And out of 1,000 people that visited this page, only 7 people registered for it. Which leaves really just 2 possibilities left. Either they didn't register because when they landed on this page, they didn't know how it applies to them. And the second possibility could be the targeting. It could be the case that we are targeting a specific audience and we gave them this specific promise, but when they clicked on the ad, there was no synergy between the ad and the landing page. And that is the reason for the low signups. We gotta ask ourselves, are the bosses and CEOs and business owners, are you running ads that are able to target them so that when they see this ad, it speaks to them? And is there a way that you're running the ads so that it's not the employees that's actually seeing this? Because if it is, then you'll be burning a lot of money showing these ads to employees. Okay, so let's begin with your targeting. First thing that we're going to work on is to think about how can we make sure that the people that is clicking on the ad is actually targeted. Okay, so that's your first issue. How do we make it so that when a person sees this ad, they are actually a business owner, a CEO, people with employees, so that we know that chances are they would be interested in having a employee benefit strategy. So chances are if a business owner has interest in some sort of CRM and utilize that CRM, chances are they probably have some sort of business. Okay, so I'm trying to think about what that might be. So maybe it could be SAP, it could be Oracle, it could be these type of softwares where if a person likes and has that interest, it gives me a good indication that chances are they're going to be targeted for this software as well. It could be a software in HR. I want to be able to do my keyword research based on the things that people are searching for, right? So if people are typing for top HR software, to me, that's super hot. And I would rather pay that amount for that lead when a person is typing in top HR software and run an ad on Google that targets them to join my webinar, rather than a pattern interrupt, because the intention of somebody typing in top HR software, it's way stronger than interrupting somebody on their feed, hoping that they are a business owner, at the same time also hoping they're a business owner looking for HR solutions. So if you really think about it, it's not the HR person that you want, it is the decision maker in the organization that you want on the webinar, because that's the person that calls the shots. And the person that calls the shots, that would be the business owner. So the question is, how can you utilize languaging that attracts the business owner, not by talking about HR, but utilizing languaging that excites the business owner? I would like to think about what is the ultimate benefit. Okay, so again, take back control of spending. Whenever we think about our language, we want to think about, is that the outcome or is that the journey? Because we need to understand, take back control of spending. What is the ultimate benefit to taking back control of spending? Because if you think about it, taking back control of spending sounds like it just takes up more of your time again. A person wants to take back control of spending so that they can reduce overheads and unnecessary costs, right? Because that would be the benefit of taking back control of spending. So if we were to get people to want to be interested in our offer, even though it's a free offer, we got to lead with that benefit, not the feature, not the journey. Because what is the journey? Different markets, right? The journey is we're gonna do 300 sit-ups together each day, right? But a person will be like, but why do I want to do 300 sit-ups with you each day? We gotta think about the outcome first, which is we're gonna get you your body ready for the summer. So when this whole coronavirus thing is over, we're just gonna go out to the beach and have the time of our lives. And the way we're gonna do that is by doing 300 sit-ups each day. Now that you have their attention, that's when the journey becomes interesting. So if we can come from an angle, it would be the third thing that you're gonna get from this webinar is where I'm gonna be showing you how you can dramatically decrease your wastage and overheads within your organization through my process that allows you to take back control of spending. Now, what do I mean by that? A very typical profit margin in most organizations, say it's about 20%. Now, what does this mean? It means that for every $1 you save, it will be about $5 avoided in sales. And let's face it, saving $1 in most cases is actually way easier than making $5 in sales. Now, what if I could actually help you decrease your overheads by being more effective, more efficient, by actually taking back control of spending so that you know exactly where each dollar is going to and everybody's accountable for the cash that goes out without taking up more of your time or your sanity, right? So that's, the kind of angle that you'll be talking about in your presentation as well as on the bullet points on the webinar page, okay? So take back control of spending to reduce overheads, and ultimately it means that you're going to increase your net profit and your margins. So when we understand this, that is when we can utilize these as bullets for our talking points on the landing page as well as in the webinar itself. Now I'm sure on the webinar that whole thing would be a totally different element, but here's how I would like you to imagine. On this landing page, let me just share this page right now. Instead of a page that says sign up for the next benefits webinar, tune in to learn how you can get better benefits without compromise. And instead of all these footer links here, you would actually have the headline with ultimate benefit with 3 to 5 bullet points on what they will discover if they were to show up on the webinar. What would those bullet points say? It would be, for example, attention business owners, CEOs, and small business owners, right? Free training, free webinar. I would start off with this first actually, because keep star employees, it's a bit out there. I want to start with something that everybody resonates with, right? How to increase your profit margins, reduce overheads and wastage by taking back control of your spending. How to create a system that makes your team accountable for expenses so you know exactly where each dollar is going. Number 2, how to keep your star employees by covering all employees at different levels so that it increases your retention rates and reduces staff turnover by keeping them happy. And finally, number 3, right? Notice how I'm starting off with ultimate benefit. Number 3, how to create a system that allows your team members to manage themselves, keep themselves accountable, and have them be more productive by working less hours. Now you're really speaking their language and their terminology, and the business owner that is your ideal client is excited about registering and signing up. And can you imagine a small tweak like that, why it would dramatically increase your opt-in rate from like 0.9% to about 40%. 40% would be, pretty solid. Hadi, thoughts, feedback, observations so far?
I think pretty crystal clear. It's something that we've got to change with the languaging as well.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes to this coaching call. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. And as always, be sure to smash the like button. It does help the channel out a little bit. And to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified of future videos just like this one. Now, some of you asking me, how can I be part of this process? How can I ask you questions? How can I have you coach me or mentor me? We want to make sure that we are working with the people that's the right fit. You'll need to fill up a form. There's a link right below this video. Somebody on my team might give you a call to interview you to see if the right fit for each other. And if you want to apply and see if you're a good fit, then all you need to do is click on this link in the description box below and my team will be in touch with you.